Hello everybody, afternoon update, 1st September 2023. You can see S&P 500 right now below neutral line. So you can see from last couple of days, it was in the sell zone. You can see massive pump here. Since last Friday, I told everybody to buy, and then it was near third standard deviation and then cooling down. Then again was going up near sell zone, and then today finally it came back, and now it's recovering, still flat. But the good news is it's now in the neutral zone. So this white line here is a neutral zone, basically a no trade zone. So basically you can buy on green lines. You can also take these as support, and red lines are a resistance line. You can also take this as a resistance, or you can try to short. Okay, the higher we go, you can build on more short positions, or you can buy inverse ETFs. And the lower we go, you can start buying aggressively. You can buy like 30% here, 30% here, and 60% here, for an example. But okay, you can also see the Hull moving average. It's also showing red now, purple line. So that's gonna put some downwards pressure on S&P 500. But my target is here. This is Fitch downgrade 4574. If I go to 1 hour chart, this was again, I show this every other day. You can see on this day exactly. This happened on, you can see, 1st of August. This energy, agency Fitch downgraded, and futures opened with a gap. Even on Nasdaq 100, same thing, opened on a gap. So these will be filled. Okay, so most likely before September is usually seasonality wise kind of bearish month. Bearish month means it's by the dip, I would see. By no means I'm saying there's going to be a crash in stock market, but it's possible early next week if we don't fill this gap today. So let's see, it's almost 12:30 Eastern, so around 3.5 hours left. Can we get a pump of 1.43% by end of day? I don't think that's possible, but let's see what happens. On US 100, the pump would be from here. Sorry, I have to do it again. Pump from here to the gap fill is around 1.53%. So I think it's still a bit far away. Let's see where we go. If we don't close that gap today, most likely by Monday, or Monday is Labor Day long weekend. Maybe by early next week we'll have a pump to close this gap. We just got to be patient. US 30 also came near buy zone. It was near sell zone, perfectly came from sell zone to the buy zone, and now just consolidating here. So if it goes back below 34,682, look to buy. US 2000, which is Russell IWM, small cap 2000 companies in US. You can see it's in a sell zone, up 1.2%. So good time to maybe cool down a bit, 1907 and below. If you're shorting here, look to exit shorts below 1907 and below. Okay. Triple Qs, basically the gap here is around 382.76, same as Nasdaq. From here, my target to take exit is 1.53%, 382. The other one is around 2.21%. There are two gaps here, so looking for those to fill. It's in the neutral zone. You can see here right now it's near white line, which is neutral zone. So just consolidating. Gold is getting closer to the buy zone. You can see was in the sell zone in the morning after and non-farm payroll update. Massive pump. It was a fake out. Now pump and then came back to buy zone right on this green line. Now consolidating just between neutral zone and buy line. If it falls below 1933, look to buy gold there. Silver is also between neutral zone and buy zone. If it falls below 23.93, look to buy. Natural gas had a massive pump. You can see last couple of days pumping to the red lines, then coming to a neutral line, then again pumping. So I think from now it can come a little bit lower to 2.80. So that's why you should be looking to buy again. If you are holding shorts here, look to exit shorts here, or if it falls below 2.74, look to buy again here. Crude oil massive pump, that's crazy. Like you can see massive pump from last couple of days. I do think crude oil needs to cool down. So uh, I think at some point, maybe next week, we'll have a bad news, like maybe something to do with inventory on OPEC will make a decision, and then they should fall below 82. So this is the time to you should look to take profits in energy sector. Dollar pumping again. The good news for the stock market and gold is it's in the sell zone. It's coming closer to third standard deviation. So dollar should not be able to hold this here. So I think I'm expecting by the end of day, gold dollar should reject here and get weak, and that will put upwards pressure on gold and stock market. So maybe the last hour, let's see, before usually we end up green near the long weekend. So let's see, dollar is suggesting me it's going to fall towards the end of the day, and that will give rally to gold and tech stocks and Bitcoin. Bitcoin in the buy zone, uh, in the green line. So nothing much to say here. This is where you want to buy in the buy zone. Ethereum is also in the buy zone below 1645. These are good levels to buy. Tech stocks, let's look at Apple is in the sell zone. Tesla down near second standard deviation. Very good time to buy Tesla. I think minus 4.3%. Some news came regarding China, some model coming in, and Neo is pumping as well. So yeah, Tesla all of a sudden down 4%. Good time to buy in the buy zones. Microsoft in the neutral zone. Google in the neutral zone, Meta in the neutral zone, my Amazon in the neutral zone, Netflix getting close to the buy sell zone, Snowflakes giving all the gains away. It was up massively in the morning, coming to the neutral zone. Nvidia getting closer to the buy zone, 480 and below is the buy zone. AMD massive pump now in the sell zone, and it's gapped up this green line. So this is where you should be looking to take profits. Toronto Stock Exchange, massive pump. So this gap is filled, so I can get rid of this line. And now there's a gap down. So I don't know if it's gonna come in September to fill all the way down to the to this gap. We'll see. Hang Seng Index, China, near neutral and buy zone. So wait for it to go below 18,201 to buy or 185.9 to sell. Let's look at bonds. Bonds near buy zone. So 110.9. Look to buy it here. TLT, let's quickly look at TLT. This is the bond index in the buy zone, so looking nice. This is where you should be looking to buy TLT. Copper in the neutral zone right now, no trade zone. Palladium in the neutral zone. Wheat, I was telling you guys to buy. Massive pump, came to sell zone. Now again from sell zone coming close to the buy zone. Buy below 572.5. Corn in the neutral zone. Soya beans in the buy zone. Sugar, massive pump, now touching the sell zone. Let's look at gold and gold miners. Newmont Mine, biggest gold miner in the neutral zone. Gold GDX also coming to the neutral zone from the sell zone. And let's look at all the sectors. XLK, tech sector is in the sell zone. Energy sector also in the sell zone. Healthcare just touching the buy zone. Fill this gap so you can delete this. So again, it's in the buy zone healthcare. Utilities down near third standard deviation. Very good time to buy XLU. NEE is the biggest utility stock. Still not down as much, but if it goes below 66.39, look to buy. Industrials looks like this morning gap is filled in the neutral zone now. Real estate sector in the neutral zone. Financials pumping, and this upper gap is also filled, so I can delete this. Now it's gapped up. 34.43. It's in the sell zone. Let's look at any stocks which are selling. Disney in the buy zone. UPS in the buy zone. McDonald's in the buy zone. Looks like all industrial stocks are coming to the buy zone. Boeing below 220 to 221.95 is in the buy zone. Procter and Gamble in the neutral zone. Starbucks near buy zone 96.74 and below, look to buy. Uber near sell zone. BCE Telecom in the buy zone. Costco uh, not yet in the buy zone. Walmart not yet in the buy zone. Coca-Cola in the buy zone 59. This is the time you gotta buy. UNH, biggest healthcare provider, is in the buy zone as well. Uh, let's see what else is here. X, this is in the neutral zone, and American banks in the neutral zones. All banks are bouncing. You can see National Bank was in the buy zone, still in the buy zone. It was down heavily last couple of days. CM after earnings now bouncing. Not that much of a bounce. BMO, all these are Canadian banks in the neutral zone or downwards pressure here. FTS, utilities company in the buy zone, and Bridge is in the sell zone. Let's look at growth stocks. Nikola is nearby zone. Riot is nearby zone. TTD, sell zone. Target in the neutral zone. Zoom in the sell zone. Okay, guys, that's for afternoon. And then again, let's quickly look at uh, the indexes. S&P 500. If it falls below 4491, very good time to buy. Nasdaq 100, if it falls below 15380, very good time to buy. Consolidating. My targets are still here. 15701 on Nasdaq, S&P 500 4574, and on triple Qs, which is cash index 382.76 and 385.33, and on SPY 456.18. Okay, guys, good luck. We'll do an end of day update later on today. Bye.